I want to kick off NXT review with a dose of reality. I really do. Now, first things first, I want to apologize for you guys for not giving you guys NXT review yesterday. I had OBS problems. Like, my OBS all of a sudden didn't want to work. So I'm like, you know what? Let me wait till tomorrow, which is today, and then see how it goes. The second I press record right now, it works perfectly fine. I'm like, okay. All right, no problem. So at least you guys are getting NXT review today. So there you guys go from there. I want to sit here and address this whole sliced wrestling bum-ass person scenario. I really do. The fact that sliced wrestling has my name and Storms' name in his mouth, and also Brad Shepard and everybody else's name in his mouth, the guy is really wanting attention. If you support sliced wrestling, you're a fucking bum on social media. You're a bum. You're a bum. I actually had, if I can go find the tweet real quick. Let me go find the tweet real fast. Yesterday, I was tweeting yesterday. And me and Storm spoke about it and everything else. And we completely agree. This community is pathetic. This wrestling community is so fucking pathetic. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Yet people on social media and shit want to support slice wrestling. Oh, Chris, it's a parody account. I don't give a fuck if it's a parody account. I've been at the second me and this guy had a conversation. I've been knew that shit. I'm not fucking stupid. It's that these fucking virgins on social media want to be on my dick and want to be on Storms' dick for shitting on him. Oh, it's been 5 months. I don't think he knows yet. I been knew that, you fucking bum. I been knew that shit. So hold my fucking balls, you piece of shit. Obviously. I been knew that shit. Mind you, I have sliced wrestling blocked, yet he still has my name in his mouth. Yeah, I'm the bad guy. Yeah, I'm the bad guy. Blow me. Blow me. Honestly. Fucking blow me. So, let me see this tweet real quick. Let me go find this tweet. Because people just don't understand at all. People just don't understand. People just don't understand. So, Slice Wrestling tweets yesterday. He says, hey, Man of Charisma and Chris from Loring, I hear you guys are being clowns on Twitter again today. The Gymnastic JD from NY206 commanded you to do that, and you said, yes, sir, anything for you, sir? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Mind you, I have this virgin blocked. I could even show you. I have the man blocked. I have the man blocked. Yet, he still wants to talk shit about me and Storms on Twitter. And then I have this virgin say, at Nico Extra, Man of Charisma has me blocked. Laughing my ass off. He must be quite the puss in boots. Then what I said on Twitter, I said, here we go. Slice Wrestling once again is on my dick when I have this pussy blocked. Being clowns? Nah, pussy. I speak the truth about people. If people don't like the truth, get off Twitter. Hop off my dick, you cretin. If you take Slice Wrestling serious, you're a bum. And then I had this ugly ass bitch. No cap. I have this ugly ass bitch right here. Tell me. I had this ugly ass bitch tell me living rent free. No, bitch. If anything, me and Storms are living in Slice Wrestling's mind rent free. All he does is think about us. That's all he does. Yeah, we're bad guys. Yeah, I'm a bad guy. Yeah, Storms is a bad guy. Yeah, Brad Shepard's a bad guy. Yeah, JD's a bad guy. Yeah, everybody else who talks shit about Slice Wrestling is a bad guy. I hope this video gets to him. I hope it does. Low key. Matter of fact, you can just clip this shit and send it to him. Don't let me catch you slipping in New York, bud. Don't let me catch you slipping in New York. Because he said, oh, quote unquote, he thinks I live in New York. If you was to be here in New York right now, bro, the things I would do to you, bro, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Fuck out of here with your garbage. Hop off my dick, you fucking cretin, you piece of shit. Hop off my dick. If anything, I'm the one that's living rent-free on your mind. Fucking virgin. You piece of shit. Fucking degenerate. Fuck out of here. We're going to talk about NXT tonight. So I just wanted to get that out there. I want to talk about NXT tonight. NXT was a good show. It was a really good show. Not gonna lie to you. Now, everybody was thinking, oh, where's Johnny going after this? Is Johnny going to stay in NXT? Is he going to go to the main roster? What did you think? What did you think? Huh? What did you think? The second that Gargano was making his decision, what was you guys thinking? Oh, yeah. I can see him in the main roster, but do I want to see him in the main roster? No, I don't. I don't want to see him in the main roster. I want to see him staying in NXT. Because of a war against AEW starting next week. And by the way, folks, next week's show is going to be fucking loaded next week. And I can't wait for next week's show. I can't wait. I can't wait. We're going to go over everything here on NXT right here on the official NXT review right here on the Reality Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed NXT, well, so if you guys don't know who I am, I'm your boy Chris. I fucked up right there. I apologize. If you guys don't know who I am your boy Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel on this Thursday, September 12th, 2019. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. If you guys enjoyed NXT tonight, or should I say last night, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought of NXT tonight. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below. Turn on those bells, guys, for notifications. Check out SmackDown live review from Tuesday. Shane fires Kevin Owens. Is he on his way to NXT? We will talk about that tomorrow on episode 58 of the Reality Podcast. Tomorrow on Friday, we'll go over the preview and predictions portion. Well, also we're going to go over the NXT. No, oh my God, I'm bugging. We're going to talk about Kevin Owens' tweet on Twitter on the podcast tomorrow on episode 50. It will also Clash of Champions preview and predictions. Link to SmackDown review will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper hand corner of your screen. Check out Raw review from this past Monday as well. Even Stone Cold himself couldn't save the show. It's fucking bad. Bad. Link to Raw review will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper hand corner of your screen. Also check out episode 57 of the Reality Podcast from Sunday. Actually Monday, from Monday afternoon. We spoke about Roman Reigns and his fan conspiracy theory opinion on his leukemia being fake. I went over everything about that and my opinion on it as well. Link to episode 57 of the podcast will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper right hand corner of your screen. Also, check out this NBA 2K20 how to make MT using his filter video. I still don't know why Cyrex included this face on it. Are you fucking serious? My God, Cyrex, Jesus Christ. Link to this video will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper hand corner of your screen. Also, check out episode 56 of the Reality Podcast from this past Saturday about this whole 4 horsewomen bullshit happening on Raw, and it was completely fucking garbage. Link to episode 56 of the podcast will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are following me on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, and Snapchat, Chris was hated. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and turn on those bells, guys, for notifications. Let's begin NXT review for your Wednesday, September 11th, 2019. NXT kicked off with Damien Priest. Man, do I love Damien Priest. Damien Priest goes one-on-one with Boa. Man. Listen, I love the look of Damien Priest. I really fucking do. The more I see Damien Priest on NXT TV, the more I want to see him. Now, obviously, will he play a big part in this AEW war with NXT? Yeah. He is. He's going to play a big part. He's going to be one of those blue chippers, one of those great guys you see on on NXT that no one's talking about. Damien Priest is very underrated. He's very underrated. I had an argument with somebody on TM's SmackDown review that Andrade is overrated. How is Andrade overrated when he's barely being used on the main roster? Huh? How much sense does that make? How is Andrade overrated when he's barely being used on the main roster? Is that his fault? No. Damien Priest, I hope he stays in NXT. I hope he does. Damien Priest wins here with the Reckoning on Boa. The match was good for what it was. Boa looked good in this match. He looked really, really good. But Damien Priest, man, you can tell Triple H is clearly invested in Damien Priest, a.k.a. Punishment Martinez. Damien Priest looked good in this match. And I think he's going to play a big part on this war with AEW on Wednesday nights. I think he's going to be a big player in NXT. He's going to be a big, big player. But Damien Priest wins here. Priest wins with the Reckoning for the 3 count over Boa. Boa looked good. Like I said, Boa looked good. But Damien Priest, he's a fast rising superstar. So Damien Priest wins over Boa to kick off NXT. We have a recap of what happened last week when Roderick Strong set the Velveteen Dream's couch on fire. Dream asks if you think for 1 second that his championship is going up in flames, you are lying to yourself. Strong asks Dream if he thinks he can beat him. Dream says he has a message for Roderick Strong. Dream says if he burns, you will burn with him. They have a matchup next week for the NXT North American Championship on the USA Network during the first hour. And as I said last week on the podcast, NXT going 2 hours is a good thing. If you really think about it, it's a good thing. Because A, the first hour is going to be on live television on the USA Network, and the second hour is going to be on the network. So it's a good thing that NXT on the USA Network is going to be on the first hour. If you want to catch the second hour, get the network. At the same time, it gives the network more subs. It gives the network a lot more subscribers. They're like, oh, I love NXT on the first hour. Do I want to watch the second hour of NXT? Get the network. Your first month of the network is free. You can't beat that deal. You can't beat that deal. You get the network. You get the first month free. You get Clash of Champions and Hell in a Cell for free. You get two pay-per-views just for not paying nothing. Just for not paying anything. It's a great deal. $9.99 is a great deal. It's a fantastic deal. Speaking of that, there's news on the network that I'll report tomorrow on Friday's podcast. There's news on the network on this updated tier system. When is it going to happen? We'll find out tomorrow on episode 58 of the Reality Podcast tomorrow. But Dream versus Strong for the NXT North American title next week is going to be a great match. It's going to be a great, great matchup. I can't wait. I got Strong beating Dream to become the NXT North American champion and Undisputed Era fulfills the prophecy of having all the gold in NXT. Should be a classic next week. Should be a very good match next week. We are back and Johnny Gargano makes his way to the ring. Everybody's thinking, oh, what's Gargano's future? Does he stay in NXT or does he go to the main roster? Johnny lets the crowd chant for him for a few minutes before starting to speak. Johnny says he wasn't going to be very long when he came out here tonight. He says he asked if he could come out to talk because he heard the rumors and read the reports. Everyone has asked him what the future holds for Johnny Gargano. Last time he was in the ring, he fell 20 feet in a steel cage. He woke up to an arena of people chanting, "Thank you, Johnny." Now, people was thinking here, oh, this is Johnny's swan song. Is Johnny going to the main roster? And as I said on NXT review just a couple weeks ago after that, don't you think by now Gargano would have been called up to the main roster after SummerSlam? He would have been called up already, either Raw or SmackDown. He would have been called up already. He didn't get called up at all. Johnny says he appreciates that. Johnny says he wanted to come out and say thank you. There would be no Johnny Wrestling if it wasn't for you guys. Johnny says this with all a bit of his heart. He absolutely loves everything about NXT. Johnny says he loves this place. It is about people like him and the people in the locker room putting on the best wrestling show the world has to offer. Johnny says he has been here for a very long time. He has seen a lot of people come and a lot of people go. They have a say in the future, and they have a choice. Johnny says he has made his choice. Johnny says you have had his back since day one, and he wanted to tell everyone that he is officially ... Then all of a sudden, Shane Thorne comes out. And he interrupts Johnny and makes his way to the ring. Shane asks if all of this is necessary. More time for Johnny, just what we all needed. Shane says, we have wasted more time on you. You could have taken a selfie and put out a tweet, but Johnny had to be here. Shane gets into the ring. He tells Johnny that he gets it. You are a pillar of NXT. You are Johnny Takeover. Shane tells Johnny that this place is going to be just fine without you. In fact, with the right person finally in the spotlight, it is going to be even better. Shane tells Johnny to take his bell and take a walk. Johnny starts to walk out of the ring, but Johnny stops at the ropes and tells Johnny he is right. He says he is NXT and he isn't going anywhere. Gargano would have super kicked the Thorn. Then after that, Gargano does this. Gargano is NXT for life. Gargano is NXT for life. And the second he did that, I got goosebumps of what is to come when Tommaso Ciampa comes back. Now, I will say this though about Shane Thorne. He sounded good. He sounded really, really good. Especially as a heel. He sounded really good. He sounded really, really good. I think we're gonna get a feud between Shane Thorne and Gargano in the coming months. I think we are. I want to see more of Shane Thorne. I want to see him talk more. I want to see him in the ring and see how he does in the ring. Against him and Gargano, I think it'll be a great matchup. I think Gargano could lead Shane Thorne to a great matchup because obviously Johnny is Johnny Takeover. Now, with Johnny staying in NXT and not going to the main roster, this got me thinking immediately. Is he going to be on a feud with Tommaso Ciampa? Because it's only a matter of time before Ciampa comes back. And I'm going to make a prediction right now. We will see Ciampa on NXT next week when it goes live. We will see Ciampa next week. We will. We will see Ciampa next week when it goes live. I think, if anything, we see Ciampa on the second hour of NXT next week. I think we do. I think we see Ciampa next week or in the coming weeks. Or we could see him on October 2nd. We could. There's a very strong possibility. We could see Ciampa next week or October 2nd. But how do you introduce Ciampa? How do you introduce Tommaso Ciampa? In my honest opinion, I think Ciampa gets the NXT Championship match against Adam Cole. If anything, it happens at NXT TV or it happens at War Games because that's the last takeover of the entire year. And by the way, folks, NXT TakeOver War Games is in Chicago. It's in Chicago. So put that in your head. What happened in Chicago? Think. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Haven't you heard the old adage that states, what goes around comes around? Karma is the biggest bitch of them all. Think about that. But I'm glad that Johnny is staying in NXT. Good. I read a report also that Triple H is not trading anybody to the main roster. He's not trading anybody from NXT to the main roster. Good. Like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep the way NXT is. Keep the formula that NXT is. Keep it there. Keep it just like that. Keep it that way. Because if it ain't broke, folks, don't fix it. We have a video feature of the Forgotten Sons. I wish they were fucking forgotten. They say they have been cast out and cast aside. The world gets to see their vulgar display of savagery. They will be forgotten no more. You'll still be forgotten. I hate the Forgotten Sons. I really do. Reason why? Jackson Riker. I hate him. I really do. We get Pete Dunne versus Angel Garza. This match was great. Great matchup. Pete Dunne, you gotta sit here and think, what is Pete Dunne gonna do in NXT? I have news on Pete Dunne tomorrow on the podcast as well. Listen, tomorrow's podcast is gonna be loaded. We're gonna go over the Clash of Champions preview and predictions with a certain somebody with a special guest tomorrow. I'm not gonna say who it is. It's gonna be a surprise. And we're gonna go over a whole bunch of news for tomorrow's podcast. A bunch of news. The majority of the news for tomorrow's podcast is NXT. It's NXT. It's NXT. We get Pete Dunne versus Angel Garza. This was a great matchup. I love Pete Dunne. Angel Garza, he's starting to grow on me just a little bit. The more I see him, the more he's starting to grow on me. And I want to see more of him. He did really, really good on the NXT Breakout Tournament. He did a fantastic job. Really good job. But this match was great. Pete Dunne wins here. I mean, he has to win here. He has to. You want to build him up towards the North American Championship. And if I'm going to make a prediction, I think we're getting Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong for TakeOver War Games for the North American Championship. I think we're gonna get that matchup down the road. I think we really are. But Pete Dunne wins here. Garza goes to the ropes and tries for a quebrada, but Dunne moves and applies the triangle, and he hyperextends the fingers and gets Garza to tap out. This match was good. Really, really good. Pete Dunne wins here in a tap out, and then after he does, he looks at Angel Garza and does this. I love that about Pete Dunne. I love Pete Dunne, man. I really do. But great match though, nonetheless. Pete Dunne wins here in a really good matchup over Angel Garza. We see Rhea Ripley pacing in the back. We also see NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler getting ready. We are back with the Street Profits. The more I see them on Raw, the more I don't care about them. I want to see the Street Profits in the ring on Monday Night Raw. I do. Unless if they're not being moved to the main roster, I don't really see that happening. But if you have them on Raw doing this backstage shit, hyping up matches, hyping up the pay-per-view for Sunday, why? Feature them in the ring. We want to see them in the ring. They're one of the best tag teams in all the fucking, in the planet. They're one of the best tag teams. The more I see them on Raw, the more I don't care about them. We all cared about them in NXT. Don't you see a difference between NXT life and life in the main roster? A big difference here, folks. A big difference. We see them talking about smelling fresh air in Central Park. This is what happens. This is what happiness and success means. Yeah, successful in the main roster? No. You'll be buried in like less than 6 months. Buried. They talk about going to Madison Square Garden to be on Raw. Montez says it is historic and precious. Angelo says there is one thing that they are missing. He says it isn't the same without the tag team championships. Angelo says it would have been outrageous to be in New York with the titles. It is something the smoke couldn't handle. Montez talks about making a statement on the live NXT and USA Network to try to take back their titles. Angelo likes that plan. So with Montez Ford saying that, are they back in NXT? Are they not being called up to the main roster? Questions, folks. Questions that has to be answered. We get Raul Mendoza versus Cameron Grimes. What is this Cameron Grimes identity? Still, I gotta ask this question. He has no identity. Yeah, sure, he's good in the ring. He's great in the ring, Cameron Grimes, but he has no identity. Hey, what was this theme song? What was his theme music? Like, what is that? Some country hillbilly type stuff. I want to see Cameron Grimes as a more serious person. He just has no identity, and I just can't get behind him right now. I just can't. He has no identity. He has no identity whatsoever. But we get Raul Mendoza versus Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes wins. Grimes pulls the rope into Mendoza's face. Grimes has a kick blocked, and Mendoza with forearms and an enziguri. Grimes sends Mendoza to the apron. Mendoza with a kick, and then goes up top for a Phoenix splash, but he misses. Grimes with a running double stomp for the 3 count. That looks impressive. Not gonna lie to you. Cameron Grimes wins in impressive fashion over Raul Mendoza. Like I said, I want to see more of Cameron Grimes. It's just that he has no identity. He has no identity. Candice LeRae enters William Regal's office, and she wants to know why is Io being rewarded by being put in a triple threat match next week. I'll answer that question for you, Candice. She beat you at TakeOver Toronto. She beat you at TakeOver Toronto. She beat you at TakeOver Toronto. That is why. Candice said that Io may not make it to the match. Williams says it will not be a triple threat match. It will be a 4-way. Now, I have a question on this. This is the only negative on this show. The only negative on the show. Candice lost to Io at TakeOver Toronto. Candice lost to Io at TakeOver Toronto. Why is she being rewarded to a number 1 contender fatal 4-way match when Io already beat her already at TakeOver Toronto? What has Candice even done? Yeah, sure. Candice got some wins under her belt on NXT TV. Yeah, sure. But you have to look at TakeOver. Last time I checked, Candice, Io beat you at TakeOver in the best women's match of that whole entire weekend. Possibly the entire month. Possibly one of the best women's matches the entire year. Io beat you at TakeOver. What makes you think you deserve a shot to become number 1 contender? I have no idea. That's the only negative of the entire show. The only negative of the entire show. The winner will face Shayna Baszler down the road. He says if Rhea Ripley wins tonight, it might be a 5-way. Candice says if she can get her hands on Io, you can put anyone in that match. I just don't get it. I really just don't get it. Why is Candice being awarded to be in this number 1 contenders match just to get in contact with Io? Io has nothing to do with you. Io already beat you at TakeOver. So I don't know why Candice is even asking to be in this matchup when Io already beat you. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm not going to complain. It's NXT. I ain't going to complain. It's rare that NXT does stuff like this. It's rare, but it still comes out good in the end. So therefore, I'm not going to complain about it. I really am not. We are back with a video package of Dakota Kai. There's rumors that she's coming back. So good for her. I want to see more of Dakota Kai. I want to see more of her. She's really, really good. We've seen her in the we've seen her in NXT, and then we've seen her on the Mae Young Classic. She is really good. I love Dakota Kai. We are told that we will see a street fight between Matt Riddle and Killian Dane on the 2nd hour of NXT next week on the WWE Network. So NXT next week will be as follows. The NXT North American Championship between Strong and Dream. That's the 1st hour. We don't know what the fatal 4-way will be. I think it'll be in the 1st or 2nd hour. And we're getting the street fight between Matt Riddle and Killian Dane on the 2nd hour of NXT next week. Should be really good. NXT next week should be really, really loaded next week. I can't wait till next week for NXT. And I'm sure you guys are also excited for that next week as well. Finally, guys, main event here. Shayna Baszler goes one-on-one with Rhea Ripley in a non-title match. This was a good match. Really good NXT matchup. Really good matchup here. I was here thinking that Rhea would win this matchup so she can be in the Fatal 5-Way next week, or be a part of the Fatal 5-Way next week, be added to it, and make it a Fatal 5-Way next week. But Shayna wins by DQ. Shayna wins by DQ. At the same time, I get why they ended the way they ended this. They don't want Rhea tapping out. They don't want Rhea getting pinned. They want to keep Rhea Ripley strong in NXT. Good. Good. A loss to Shayna is not going to hurt you. It really is not. Well, in some way it is, but most of the time it's not going to hurt you. Especially by a disqualification, it's not going to hurt you in the end. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. So I don't blame NXT for having this ending. I really don't. But the match was great. The match was really, really good. Rhea looked good. Shayna looked good. Rhea drop kicks Shayna up the turnbuckle to the floor. Rhea goes to the floor and Shayna with a forearm. Rhea gets Shayna on her shoulders and she drops Shayna face first onto the ring steps. Rhea sends Shayna back into the ring, but all of a sudden, Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke distract Rhea and Shayna with a knee to the back. Duke gives Shayna a chair and Shayna tries to hit Rhea, but Rhea blocks it and hits Shayna with the steel chair. So Shayna wins by DQ. Good. You don't have Rhea tap out. You don't have her faint. You don't have her submit. You don't have her pinned. Good. Good. This is a good decision here by NXT. Applaud to NXT. I love that. Because at the same time, this keeps Rhea strong against Shayna. Rhea can say, hey, bitch, you can't beat me one-on-one because you have your two lackeys trying to distract me and cost me the matchup. That's it. Could this match happen at War Games? Possibly. We don't know. This could be a triple threat going into War Games. It could be. With Rhea, Shayna, and the winner of the Fatal 4-Way next week. This could be a triple threat going into War Games, which I'm not going to mind at all. I really am not. So that was it. Oh no, Undisputed Era showed up in the end. I apologize. Undisputed Era cut a promo in the end. Duke and Shafir help Baszler to the stage. Rhea sits down in the chair and she wants more Baszler. So just when we thought NXT was ending, no. Undisputed Era shows up. Adam Cole said the prophecy will be fulfilled. Not just the fact that NXT is going live next week, thanks to them. Roderick Strong finally beats the Velveteen Dream. Roderick says he got Dream's attention. Roderick says he hates that couch and he hates Dream. Roderick will get what is his, and he will get the North American Championship. Cole says NXT has been getting bigger and badder thanks to the Undisputed Era. When they have all the gold, no one on the planet will be able to stop them. And that, folks, is undisputed. Undisputed Era, I swear to God. Undisputed Era is my favorite faction right now in all of WWE. Maybe one of my favorite factions of all time. But when it comes to this era in professional wrestling, Undisputed Era has to be one of the greatest factions in this generation. In this generation. And that's how NXT went off the air. Great match. Great show. Great show. It got you ready for next week. I love how they put Adam Cole and Undisputed Era carrying gold going into next week. It hyped you up going into next week. And I cannot wait till NXT next week when it goes live on the USA Network. It could feel different. It could feel different. But as long as NXT keeps this type of shows that we're getting every single week, I think they'll be fine on the USA Network. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be absolute fine. I think they'll be fine on the USA Network. And like I said, it's a good thing how they're having 2 hours. 1 hour on live television and the other hour on the network. Because at the same time, if you're watching hour 1 of NXT and you love what you see, you want to watch hour 2, get the network. Get the network. It's free. And on top of that, you get 2 pay-per-views for the price of none. You get Clash of Champions on Sunday and Hell in a Cell. And Hell in a Cell. So, it should be good. I can't wait. I really cannot wait. And that, folks, is the reality of things right here on NXT Reviewed right here on the Reality Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed NXT Review, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought of NXT tonight. And also, are you guys excited for NXT next week on the USA Network? And also, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below. Turn on those bells, guys, for notifications. SmackDown Review, live on the channel right now. Monday Night Raw Review, live on the channel right now. Episode 57 of the Reality Podcast, also live on the channel right now. And NBA 2K20 My Team Snipe Filter video, live on the channel right now. And as well as episode 56 of the Reality Podcast, also on the channel live right now. All these videos will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper right hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are following your boy Chris on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, and Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And like I said, folks, if you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below. Turn on those bells, guys, for notifications. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 58 of the Reality Podcast, where we go over the news and rumors. And also, we will go over Clash of Champions preview and predictions with a very, very special guest of mine. You guys are not going to miss episode 58 of the Reality Podcast right here on the channel tomorrow. Until then, I am Chris. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video all over social media. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 58 of the Reality Podcast. Till then, I am Chris. Talk to you guys later.